people are still losing their jobs for mocking Charlie Kirk's death, including Jimmy Kimmel. The dead body of a 15-year-old girl was found in a rapper's trunk, and the government is coming after Hasan and Twitch. We have these stories and so much more. This is your daily injection of political correct. So let's go. Starting with Jimmy Kimmel, he appears to have been fired, or something's going on. They're taking his show off the air for the foreseeable future. Nexstar Media Group Incorporated today announced the company's owned and partner television stations affiliated with the ABC television network would preempt Jimmy Kimmel Live for the foreseeable future, beginning with tonight's show. Nexstar strongly objects to recent comments made by Mr. Kimmel concerning the killing of Charlie Kirk and will replace the show with other programming in its ABC affiliated markets. Mr. Kimmel's comments about the death of Mr. Kirk are offensive and insensitive at a critical time in our national political discourse, and we do not believe they reflect the spectrum of opinions, views, or values of the local communities in which we are located, said Andrew Alford, president of Nexstar's broadcasting division. The world has fucking changed. Continuing to give Mr. Kimmel a broadcast platform in the communities we serve is simply not in the public interest at the current time, and we have made the difficult decision to preempt his show in an effort to let cooler heads prevail as we move toward the resumption of respectful, constructive dialogue. So he'll probably be back at some point, but it's possible that he doesn't. It's only been 1 week. So much has already changed. Honestly, I think they're thinking this man on this show that makes all the money for ABC, like they do great. It's a good product for them. He makes them a lot of money, but at what cost? And I think that it's gone so far, they're like, we should just cool things down and wait and see what happens. And that's what I would like to see in the next week. I would like to see people being more reasonable and things starting to cool down. I know it's more interesting if things heat up, but then we're just living actual real life fucking chaos, and that's not good. Here's what he said. It's not like the worst thing in the world, but he did say, and this is the part that's really pissing people off, and it annoyed me too. He's lying about who the assassin was. He's trying to say that this isn't a lefty guy, this was a MAGA guy, which is retarded because we have all the evidence suggesting otherwise.
We hit some new lows over the weekend with the MAGA gang desperately trying to characterize this kid who murdered Charlie Kirk as anything other than one of them and doing everything they can to score political points from it. In between the finger pointing, there was grieving. On Friday, the White House flew the flags at half-staff, which got some criticism. But on a human level, you can see how hard the president is taking this.
My condolences on the loss of your friend Charlie Kirk. May I ask, sir, personally, how are you holding up over the last day and a half, sir?
I think very good. And by the way, right there, you see all the trucks? They've just started construction of the new ballroom for the White House, which is something they've been trying to get, as you know, for about 150 years. And it's going to be a beauty.
Yes. He's at the fourth stage of grief, construction.
Saying that, you know, the MAGA is desperately trying to hide the fact that the shooter was not MAGA, that's wild as fuck. The other stuff, making fun of the way Trump is grieving, that's less crazy. It's whatever. That's what everyone that watches Trump knows. You know that, like, he is kind of like a goldfish sometimes. He will talk about one thing and then just move on to the other thing. A lot of times it's completely on purpose because he knows exactly what he's doing, and sometimes not talking about something at all is the best thing, and he just ignores it and moves on to something else. If you watch Trump, you understand Trump, you see him do that all the time. If you hate Trump and you see that clip of him, you're gonna be like, oh my God, he doesn't care. He's so horrible. Because he's already like Hitler 2.0 in your own mind. So that's the way people see it. He's only gonna get worse if they leave his show up. So I think it's a good call pulling it down for right now because he's going to make things worse. He's not going to help. Maybe when they feel the time is right, they could bring it back. That's what is happening. That's the reality. So on this channel, we do truth, fairness, and reality. The reality is it's not canceled. It's temporarily shut down, potentially canceled in the future if they decide it's not worth it anymore. Now, this person got fucking canceled. Let me show you the video. So here she is picking up. Destroying a Charlie Kirk memorial.
Well, are you? No,
don't turn away. That is so. That's so dumb.
Fuck Charlie Kirk. Fuck Charlie Kirk.
Jesus fucking Christ, these people. They're real. They're not everywhere. Colorado's pretty chill. We're not full of these kinds of people, but I've seen them. They're straight up like brainwashed. Like after this video, she got fired and evicted, which I think is a great punishment personally for something like that, because like I wouldn't want to associate with this person. You know, freedom of speech is one thing, but there's no entitlement that someone has to like you. She started a GoFundMe and it has raised $200 because she needs to find a new place to live. Destroying a memorial for somebody that died should be illegal, at least to the point where there's a fine. Not like, you know, lock them up in jail necessarily, although that would feel good. I don't think it's a good idea. Congressman Randy Fine demands public firing squad for the entire world to see of Charlie Kirk's assassin Tyler Robinson. Make an example of him. Fire away. That's fucking crazy, dude. I think they have firing squad in Utah, but doing a public? That's fucking crazy. I would watch though. As I'm watching, I'm gonna be like, this is fucked up. They should not be showing everyone this. That is devolving as a society. If we're showing up to executions now, why not? I mean, because it's fucking backwards, bro. That's going backwards. We're better than that. If I'm being real, live by the sword, die by the sword publicly. Yeah, but it affects all of society. FCC is considering taking action against Jimmy Kimmel, Disney, and ABC after Kimmel told his audience. Okay, so this is why they took a show down too. They're going to avoid fines by taking it down. Obama. Oh yeah, he commented on the Charlie thing.
On both sides, undoubtedly, there are people who are extremists and who say things that are contrary to what I believe are America's core values. But I will say that those extreme views were not in my White House. I wasn't embracing them. I wasn't empowering them. I wasn't putting the weight of the United States government behind extremist views.
Anytime someone says they disagree with the things Charlie Kirk is saying, I always ask, okay, what do you disagree with? And before he was shot, I wasn't like the most familiar with Charlie Kirk. I thought he was a podcaster. I didn't realize he was like the head of this impressive organization. I had no fucking clue. I've been checking out some of his clips because people are saying all these things that he said. So I'm like, okay, let's see them. They don't exist. The things where he's going to butt heads with people the most is his religious views. He believes marriage is between a man and a woman. He's against gay marriage, but gay people can work for him. He says he disagrees with their life choices, but they're free to go be gay. From a religious person, that's such a reasonable perspective. This one's funny. This is from Ryan Long. This guy's so hilarious. Give him a follow. He's like a conservative comedian, but he's actually funny.
As someone who disagrees with him, obviously I disagree with him on everything, although we didn't see eye to eye.
So he's making fun of qualifiers, right? So you see a lot of righties like, I didn't like them. They have to qualify. I didn't like him. I didn't see eye to eye. Well, whatever, but he didn't deserve it. You notice that? He's just making fun of the pattern, and it's just kind of funny seeing all the qualifiers.
Differing opinion, almost everything. Should I get specific with the things I disagree with him on? So what I want to do is make my post that people shouldn't be killed for their opinions, but figuring out the perfect amount of qualifiers to include has been near impossible. Political violence on all sides needs to stop. Like, essentially, I want people to know that I'm good because I'm against murder, but I'm also good because I disagree with them. Guns are bad.
In other news, TMZ reports that singer David has a matching tattoo with the body of a 15-year-old girl discovered in his Tesla. I think this Tesla was at an airport for like a while, and then there was a stench coming from it, so people went and investigated and found a body in there. Turns out it was a 15-year-old girl. The girl's mother told TMZ that her daughter had been missing for over a year and had a boyfriend named David. What the fuck? Here is pictures of David with a girl that has the same name. So was he like with a teenager? Is that what he's doing? David Discord chat shows matching name Celeste Rivas Hernandez. Not a good look at all. Looks some people knew. Okay, here's the thing. So the girl that they found is the matching name of a girl that he was with. She's 15. Like, it's got to be her. It's lining up for me. It's still early, but there's evidence lining up. TMZ confirms that this photo shows singer David near the area where the victim lived before she disappeared. The user who posted the picture alleges that David was paying people to keep Celeste's age a secret. This is crazy. So yeah, this is a big story that's been blowing up. When it first came out, I was like, I don't know about that. We need to know more. But it was just a body in the dude's trunk, and he was actually performing that day, like the day that the news broke about the girl being in his trunk. He was doing a live show. This is all we know so far. We have to wait unless you guys have anything. So here's Hasan being confronted by Australian media about his comments from the past that are now coming back to haunt him.
I want to ask you about your own rhetoric. I noticed that Elon Musk has been posting about you.
Yes.
And I don't know the context of these particular statements, but here's a quote from you about landlords who don't want to rent out their properties. You said, kill them, murder them, let the streets soak in their red capitalist blood. Doesn't that make you part of the problem with violent discourse?
This was in a conversation that I was having with a landlord friend of mine, and it's of course hyperbolic. And Republicans were desperately looking for any sort of incisive language that they could present. they went back to a very obvious instance of LARPing.
Everything that he says that it's wild, he always has explanation for, right? Here's the full clip. You guys tell me if this isn't sincere.
Hurt poor people that they can afford housing in Berkeley. I don't know how that works.
My understanding is that the property owners who have properties there choose just not to rent it at all.
Yeah, kill them. Kill those motherfuckers in a video game. Sorry. Holy shit. Murder those motherfuckers in the street. Let the streets soak in their fucking red capitalist bloods, dude. Oh my god, in a video game, of course.
NFL
Holy shit. Holy fucking shit, dude. Sorry. I meant in a video game.
So saying in a video game doesn't, like, in a court of law, they're going to cut right through that and they're going to be like, you can't just qualify it with that and get away with it. See, the problem is, like, people can have these conversations and believe this stuff all they want. I don't care, honestly. I don't give a shit. Go believe whatever you want. But when you're in front of like 40,000 people saying this kind of shit, and then it gets amplified and millions of fucking people see it afterwards, there's a responsibility there. I don't think that any in Minecraft or in video games is going to protect you from responsibility once you get noticed, which it looks like he has been noticed. Let's go back here. Congressman Richie Torres writes to executives at Twitch and Amazon, Hasan Piker is dangerous. Dear Mr. Clancy, I'm writing to express alarm about the amplification of anti-Semitism on Twitch at the hands of Hasan Piker, who is the one of the largest political streamers with a following of 2.7 million. Since October 7th, there has been an explosion of Jew hatred on social media platforms. Hasan Piker has said he has no issue with Hezbollah, the world's most heavily armed terrorist organization in the world. And then they have like citations here. Hasan Piker has emerged as a poster child for post-October 7th outbreak of anti-Semitism in America. Mr. Piker has demonized Orthodox Jews as inbred and dehumanized a Jewish man as a bloodthirsty pig dog. The association of Jews with pigs and bloodthirst is textbook anti-Semitism. And they give videos of every single one of these. There's a lot of examples here. This is a letter from Congress to Twitch saying what the fuck, and they provided all the sources. Now, here's what I think's been happening. So Hasan has been saying this stuff for a long time. The crazier shit he says, the bigger he gets. He's stuck in a rock and a hard place. If he doesn't say these things, then his community kind of comes after him for being a bitch. So he has to continue to do it. Nowadays, he does it with coded language because people have been upset with him for so long. They've been clipping everything he's saying and holding on to it. So all this stuff that was sent to Congress was probably compiled by actual clippers and provided to them. Like, hey, here's all these things this guy is saying. Can you do something about it? And now they are. Here's Representative James Cormer says, I'm calling on the CEOs of Discord, Steam, Twitch, and Reddit to testify at an oversight committee hearing on October 8th. The hearing will examine the radicalization of online forum users, including instances of open incitement to commit politically motivated acts. So this is where it starts. And I just think Hasan's fucked. The gig is up. At some point, Twitch is going to choose themselves over Hasan. They've been protecting him for a long time, but at some point, probably here soon, they're going to have to choose themselves over him and he's going to get banned. And where's he going to go after that? Kick? Make his own website? FBI Director Kash Patel says the FBI has uncovered a nihilistic violent extremist network called 764 that is convincing children to mutilate themselves and take their own lives. What?
Maybe most importantly, under the counterterrorism and domestic terrorism umbrella, are nihilist violent extremists and those that label themselves 764, who wish to go online and convince children to maim and mutilate themselves and commit suicide. And we are producing record numbers of arrests under that umbrella organization. We even stopped an individual in the 764 network who wanted to conspire to kill an adolescent girl. He is now in custody.
What? That's wild. I'm also not surprised that this exists. I know that there's people online that organize that are spreading a lot of trans stuff with youth, and it's an inappropriate thing because this is behind the parents' back. So these are adults talking to kids about trans stuff, and kids are turning trans by talking to these people. Like, maybe a kid is trans. Maybe somebody turning trans is the best thing mentally for them. Like, if they didn't, they'd fucking delete themselves or something. My opinion is always, if it stops somebody from deleting themselves, then so be it. You know, if it's the best thing for them. But this is between the parents and the kids, not some fucking internet stranger. That's fucked up. You need to let the parents handle their own children. ABC reporter Matt Gutman apologizes for his gushing review of Tyler Robinson's touching messages with his trans lover. That's right. Yeah, I remember seeing that. I was like, bro, what the fuck is this guy doing? He's such an idiot. So here's the original clip of what he said.
It was very touching in a way that I think many of us didn't expect. A very intimate portrait into this relationship between the suspect's roommate and the suspect himself, with him repeatedly calling his roommate who is transitioning, calling him my love, and I want to protect you, my love. So it was this duality of the
What a dumbass. Why would you say that live on the air, especially right now? That's the worst time to say some dumb shit like that. Obviously, people came after him because that's what they're all doing right now. How do he works for the news. How does he not know this? Yesterday, I tried to underscore the jarring contrast between this cold-blooded assassination of Charlie Kirk, a man who dedicated his life to public dialogue, and the personal disturbing text read aloud by the Utah County Attorney at the press conference. I deeply regret that my words did not make that clear. Let there be zero doubt here. I unequivocally condemn this horrific crime and the pain it caused Charlie Kirk's family, those who were forced to witness it at UVU, and the millions of people he inspired. So this is a good apology. I think it's fine. You know, what he said isn't like the worst thing, and an apology is fine. That's where I sit. I'm a righty. So many of us righties they're out for blood, bro. Like, bro, he said something fucking stupid and he apologized for it. I think it's over. That's where I'm at with it. That's not the popular opinion with the righties, but I'm not here to have the popular opinion. I'm here for truth, fairness, reality. That's what I'm here for. He got shit and he apologized. Moving on, okay? FBI Director Kash Patel exasperates Eric Swalwell, says his entire career has been bullshit. Okay, this is really happening and I love it.
I'm going to borrow your terminology and call bullshit on your entire career in Congress. You've been a disgrace to the American people. You can reclaim your time all you want.
Mr. Chairman, you're going to allow a witness to speak this way? Mr. Chairman, would you recuse yourself, Director?
The gentleman has no time.
Mr. Chairman, would you admonish the witness not to insult members?
It's so funny. I love it, bro. All right, we got to talk about the man. We're wrapping it up. We only got 3 more. President Trump and Melania Trump received a welcome in the United Kingdom that even shocked the mainstream media. Piers Morgan said he has never seen anything like it in his entire career covering the royal family. He's fucking awesome. I love Trump. Now, some of the things that people don't like about Trump are some of my favorite things about Trump. I fucking love that he's vain. He really does have a large ego. I have a fucking large ego. No shame. So they know this about Trump. And so they roll out the red fucking carpet. They got him in a golden chariot. That is right up Trump's alley. He is loving this shit. They got all his cavalry. These uniforms are badass. The gold uniforms. Yeah, he's loving that shit, bro. He's enjoying the fuck out of this. There's a whole ass like band. Look at this. They didn't do this for Biden. They're playing American music too. Yeah, that's right. That's right, Archie. They're playing American music, Archie. Archie, where are you? Where are you at? Where are you at?
Right here.
You heard that, right? Look at these British people.
Yes, I did.
These are British people being forced to play American music against their will.
That's called a job. And also, if the Prime Minister of Luxembourg was there, they'd be playing the Luxembourg national anthem. This is what they do.
That's not allowed. No, that's not allowed. Here, dude, they have like a ballroom. President Trump's talking. What did he say?
It's a singular privilege to be the first American president welcomed here.
The first?
And if you think about it, it's a lot of presidents, and this was the second state visit, and that's the first, and maybe that's going to be the last time. I hope it is, actually. But this is truly one of the highest honors of my life.
Bro, he's got Marco Rubio dying.
Such respect for your country.
You got the king laughing, bro. God save the king. Did I do that right? Did I say it right? How do I say it?
That sounded pretty good.
It's
God save the king.
Give me the wanker lady impression.
You short little midget wanker.
I love that shit, bro. Wanker. You know, there's people that didn't like that Trump was there. So here's what was posted. So it's a picture of Trump with Epstein, and they like projected it on a castle. People don't like Donald Trump. I don't give a fuck, honestly, personally. Apparently 4 people have been arrested for this, according to Drama Alert. Here's what I say. If 4 people were arrested for it, I disagree. Much as I like Trump, I'm righty. I don't know. It's they didn't like paint on the fucking castle. I mean, maybe that's illegal. Is that what they got arrested for? Because it's illegal to project on the fucking castle? That's stupid. They're just protesting.
They probably got done for hate speech.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. I disagree with it. They should have the right to, you know, express themselves, even if I don't fucking like it. Shouldn't be illegal. Oh yeah, this wanka. Why do they always look like this?
Hi, my name is Tempest. And if you don't want me to step on your toes, move your fucking feet.
Dude, that is so fucking cringe. That is cringe. That's the face you make when you're smelling your own fart right there. Yep. Holy shit. Bro, this is not in the docket. We're ending on a holy shit note. President Donald Trump has announced that he is designating Antifa as a major terrorist organization. I don't disagree with this one bit, bro. That is not peaceful protesting. That is beyond, and it's organized. It is straight up terrorism. Stop doing the things I don't like or else. That's what they're about. And that's terrorism. Yeah, straight up. That's fucking crazy. We'll cover this in tomorrow's stream.